We're here in Barcelona with Tim Lapau, cycler for Orient Express Racing Team. Tim, rainy day today in Barcelona with southeast winds shifting to northwest by the end of the session, long stop and short goes. Can you please explain a little bit how did it go and what happened?
It was quite a rainy day, obviously, as you can see behind me, and was not super windy, but we managed to have good phases. It's still a long process for us, like going on the water and hoist the sail and stuff like that. So it's still quite interesting for us to repeat all this process. Anyway, if we didn't sail quite a lot, that was still really interesting. And we managed to have really the good spot of wind today, so pretty cool.
Good. It seemed to us to show the luggage of the hydraulics tools on board. Did you have any problem with the hydraulics?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
It seemed to us to see the luggage, the toolbox from the hydraulic technician on board. Did you have any hydraulic problems?
We didn't have big issue today, but we were just checking like some little leaking oil inside, but nothing like really obvious.
Speaking about the pods, can you please tell us if the 4 cycler pods have exactly the same components or if they have any difference in between them?
No, I cannot talk too much about that, but I can tell you that all the cyclers are pumping on oils, obviously, as other teams, and we are all connected on different pumps and to assist all the aero of the yacht.
Can you please describe in the shortly as what you can the components you are having in the pod? You have like the bike, screens to see the power you need to deliver maybe, and something else?
Yeah, we can see the power we need to deliver and the power requesting by the sailors in the front, and the power delivering by the cyclers. Yeah.
Are you always cycling to deliver a minimum power? And how much is that minimum?
Today we were cycling just to not getting cold. So, but yeah, obviously we try to give the less energy necessary for the system. I mean, in terms of demand.
Okay. And about the maximum, what are the maximum power peaks that you are working with?
Quite a lot. I think we have good guys here, like aiming to be able to deliver like more than 2,500 watts per person. So there is quite a few guys super strong.
Tim, you have a sailor background. Are you also helping with flight or trimmer controls?
I repeat that, sorry.
You have a sailing background. Are you helping maybe with trimmer or flying controls?
For the moment, I'm really focused on giving power on the yacht, and I'm just helping as other sailors can help on this kind of boat, but maybe it will come later.
To finish, are the transmissions from the bikes from each side linked in between them as they would be a tandem bike?
As a what? Sorry?
Is the transmission from the bikes from each side, are they linked in between them as if they would be a tandem bike?
I cannot talk too much about that, but I can tell you that we're all trying to give you the same power for the yacht. Like this, all the system is working entirely well.
Great. Thanks so much for your time,
Thank
Tim.
you.
Michael, manager, you were trimming on the starboard side of Patriot today. It's been raining most of the day. It's still raining now. But you guys managed to squeeze the best of the breeze out of it. Didn't look like the breeze was going to come, but it did.
Yeah, I thought so. We kind of left the dock unsure if we were really going to get some sailing in. We just wanted to get out there in the light, and we didn't sail yesterday, so we just wanted to get out in the water and test a few things. So we were pretty happy with the day, considering.
What sort of things were you testing?
Mainly just wanting to get out in the light breeze with a little bit of chop, a little bit of leftover chop. We haven't really gotten a lot of light air days in the last couple weeks in Barcelona, so it's really just about getting in that 5 to 8 knot range.
You sailed with the J11 the whole of the session today. Was that, we saw kind of 6 to 10 knots? Was that sail in range the whole time?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, I think if you were you could definitely sail the J2 in a straight line, I'm sure, and get a couple maneuvers together. But if you want to do a full race, I think the J1 was the right call.
You feel like it was raceable the whole time today?
Probably not on a single race course. I mean, kind of yes and no. I mean, I think there were times where it's hard to say. It was just so patchy with the cells kind of rolling over. I think we did a lot of sailing around to stay in the pressure to keep flowing the whole time. So I think, on a single race course, it would have been a lot harder, but maybe a couple races.
If you did have to race in those conditions, the lighter end of the scale, when you're trimming, what are you focused on at that point? Is it different to when there's a more solid breeze?
Oh, for sure. I think it's just trying to manage the correct amount of power that we need to have in the sails to keep the heel under control and the boat out of the water. And there's definitely a balancing game with when you want power and when to shed power, and kind of trying to play around the boat speed to see what you need at the time. So
you're in a different location on the boat to the previous Patriot. You're in a central pod closer to the sail that you're trimming.
Yeah.
How's that working out?
Yeah, we're definitely getting used to it. Our field of vision has narrowed a little bit, so I think we're just building some familiarity with the boat and our limited vision, but it's not holding us back.
How much can you see of the headsail now compared to the old boat?
You can see the whole headsail. Yeah.
One of the things we spotted at the bottom of the headsail is just a long elongated rectangle. We're not sure what that's for.
Yeah, we're just playing around with potential window locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that the helming rolls on the boat are probably pretty well sorted out. What about the rest of the rolls? You've been swapping in and out a little bit with other people. Is there a sense for when those decisions will be made? I'm
not entirely sure. That question would have to be, asked to Terry. So I'm not sure.
Is it possible that people will rotate through your role?
I don't see that happening. I think we'll land on 4 people on the boat, and the cyclers obviously will rotate through. But I think the 2 helms and the 2 trimmers will have 4 main people, and then have a backup.
Fantastic. I'll let you get in and get dry. Thanks, Michael.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
3-time Extreme Sailing Series winner Lake Macmillan and trimmer on the port side on Ineos Britannia. Lee, how did it go?
Yeah, it was an interesting day. Obviously a bit different weather this week to what we've had for the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty champagne conditions. Today with the rain and not a lot of wind forecast, a bit of sea state, pretty messy out there. Was a bit of a different day, but still worthwhile getting out. Just searching for a bit of breeze, working on the bottom end of the wind kind of racing spectrum. So yeah, it's still a good day. A bit of searching for it at times, but still achieved what we needed to today.
Today, longer time than usual in between rollout time and dockout time, and we saw that there were some tests going on the dock. Can you tell us something about it?
I'm not actually sure what the tests were. It's quite often like just a few little checks and system checks going on the boat. But I think really it was more a case of just waiting to see if the conditions were going to come good today. So we had a bit of an early crane in time, but just really waiting to see if the wind was going to come in before fully committing to docking out. That was really the main reason.
Then today, after a long weekend, back to a legacy rudder. What's the short team doing on the other rudder in the short?
A few little tweaks. Probably had to pick it up on the photos. Just some real minor tweaks going on there. Just getting kind of the feel of the rudder slightly different. But yeah, again, we're making good progress on that as well. And it was quite a tricky day in the sea state for being on the legacy rudder. A couple of times, getting close on the immersion on the rudder in that sea state. It was it's good to chop between the two. We're learning a lot from jumping backwards and forwards between the 2 different rudders.
In which things do you find the biggest differences in between the 2 rudders?
Well, there's quite a lot of differences. Obviously, if you look visually. And the other aspects are just getting the balance right, getting the feel right for the helmsman. Not really something I can feedback on specifically, but just getting the feel right. And obviously the new rudders are quite a lot quicker and in terms of overall performance, and we're kind of homing in on those details.
Then cameras added again on both wings and lots of straight lines today. Was that a day mostly focused on fluid analysis?
Not really. The cameras are kind of on and off periodically, but today was really just about the light winds and looking at the crossovers and things like that, and just kind of homing in on the skills. We do put the cameras on just to kind of check on a few things on the foils in different conditions, but yeah, it wasn't really specifically looking just at the foils. It was more kind of looking at the downrange stuff and the crossovers.
Are you pleased with the boat's performance in light winds?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we've still got, you know, more games to come. You know, I think we're overall feeling pretty, you know, positive about everything, the boat on the whole, and you know, knowing we've still got a lot of things to kind of tidy up and to improve as well, and I'm sure a lot of the teams have, but you know, so you know, as we work, you know, closer to the summer, it's going to be really exciting to see how that all comes together.
Lee, thank you for your time.
All right.